Tonight is opening night for the School of Theater and Dance. Stay tuned to find out what is hitting the stage.
And the Kent Police Department held their first Academy experience last night, discussing all that goes into the role of being an officer in the community.
The U.S. has launched an airstrike after Syria launched a deadly attack on U.S. personnel. The details and its target.
Save your tears, everyone. With nearly 111.4 million monthly listeners on Spotify, one artist has been announced the best artist in the world. All this and more as your TV2 News newscast starts right now.
This is TV2 News.
Good Friday evening, Portage County. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Gabby Jonas.
And I'm OIivia Sharp.
We start things off at opening night for the Kent Dance Ensemble.
Our reporter Abby Forbes is live inside the Center for Performing Arts. Hey, Abby.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm live at the Kent State School of Theater and Dance where they're getting ready to open their dance piece for this semester. So this semester, the Kent Dance Ensemble is performing their annual piece called Collective Expressions. It has a focus on the spirit of community and working together for a common goal. The show features choreography by Kent State faculty member Catherine Meredith, along with several guest choreographers. The performance will be held at E. Turner Stump Theater, and tickets can be purchased through the Performing Arts box office. But if you missed tonight's show, do not worry, because there are two more tomorrow, one at 2 p.m. and one at 7:30 p.m. And as for tonight, people have already started arriving and getting ready for the show. Reporting for TV2 News, I'm Abby Forbes.
Thanks, Abby. The NAACP and 3 other faith-based groups in Kent are set to host a discussion around getting rid of the death penalty on March 30th. The groups involved in the discussion set to take place are against the death penalty and agree that being removing in Portage County is the best way to keep innocent people alive. The discussion is set to take place at the United Church of Christ on Main at 6:30 p.m. until 8 o'clock.
Akron police are asking for the public's help in identifying 3 men involved with an alleged carjacking on Akron's south side. The men approached a white Mercedes and forced the driver and passenger out at gunpoint before driving off. Anyone with information about the case is asked to call Akron police detectives at 330-375-2490 or Crime Stoppers at 330-434-COPS.
New clergy assignments are set being put into place for parishes throughout the 6th County Diocese in Youngstown. Changes are set to involve several Roman Catholic dioceses in Portage County. Bishop David J. Bonar says that these new assignments reflect the regional model of the diocese. The Rev. Frantisek and Kat Arnak will serve as the pastor of Our Lady of Perpetual Help Parish in Aurora and St. Joan of Arc Parish in Streetsboro.
It's a bird, it's a plane, nope, it's just trees. That's right, 54 trees will be flying over the Fox Den Golf Course next week. The golf course is opting to use helicopters to transport trees as opposed to trucks to avoid damage to the golf course. The golf course will be closed Monday and Tuesday while the trees are being transported to a staging area where they will be chipped and carried off.
A river flood warning has been issued for the Black River in Lorain County, effective until 2 a.m. Saturday. Flooding begins with water levels reaching 9.5 feet. The river is expected to reach 10.5.
Well, from Lorain County to here in Portage County, we check in with our anchor, Odin Amador-Gorby. What can we expect from tonight into tomorrow's weather?
Well, we could definitely expect that we will be dealing with some more cloudy-like weather, but we will be dealing with some potentially some severe weather tomorrow. It'll be an interesting day for sure. Let's see here. So, looks like we are looking at our currently, or not our currently in Kent. We are looking at our statewide temperatures right now. 47 in Akron, Lima at 40, Dayton at 45, Cincinnati at 44, Columbus at 42. It's definitely a nice evening out there for sure. Let's try. Here's our nighttime forecast. So for your 7 o'clock, we'll be doing 46 degrees, cloudy PM skies. Towards your 9 o'clock, we'll be doing 43, and 11 o'clock, 43 degrees and cloudy skies. It's going to be a very nice evening out there for sure. Let's try to see if we can go to the Currently in Kent. So that's all I have for now, folks. Oh, we are at the Currently in Kent. Perfect. All right. This is where the show begins. All right, so we're doing 45 degrees and cloudy skies, dew point at 25, winds moving south at 9 miles per hour, humidity at 44%, and visibility at 10 miles. It's definitely been a cloudy day for sure, and it will continue to be a cloudy day for the rest of tonight. That's all I have for now, folks. In my next update, I'll be talking about some rough weather for your weekend. Back to you guys at the news desk.
Thank you, Odin. We now shift into statewide news with a new report released by the Anti-Defamation League, which ranks Ohio as the third highest in white supremacist activity. This was based on the tracking of propaganda activity from distribution of racist flyers and stickers to graffiti, posters, and gatherings. ADL documented 128 incidents of propaganda distribution and 15 events in 2022.
And as many travelers are flying to new destinations this spring break, Cleveland Hopkins Airport is cracking down on the smart garage parking. The airport is recommending flyers to have other accommodations at 2,000 of the 7,000 car spots in the garage are under construction for the next couple of months. A temporary gray lot will be opening north of the terminal, bringing an extra 1,000 car spots around April 17th.
Ohio Governor Mike DeWine proposed a new budget that has a $162 million Science of Reading proposal. That includes $64 million for Science of Reading curriculum, as well as $12 million to support 100 literacy coaches in schools and districts. 40% of Ohio's third grade students are not proficient in reading, but DeWine's new budget seeks to remedy this with teaching protocols that are backed by the science of reading.
And a Zanesville man was arrested in Pennsylvania after kidnapping a 1-year-old boy and a 3-year-old girl Thursday. Police say the mother was dropping off another child at a dance studio, leaving the door unlocked, where she returned to find her children missing. 46-year-old Thomas Pritchard is charged with 2 accounts of kidnapping, endangering children, grand theft of motor, driving under the influence of alcohol, reckless endangerment, and receiving stolen property.
For the first time in years, the Kent State Police experienced.
If you've ever wanted to work in the criminal justice system, stay tuned. The Kent Police have a program that might be right up your alley.
And more on the arrest of a father's reaction over his son's murder in 2018 due to the Parkland school shooting. Welcome back. We continue our coverage tonight with the Kent State Police Experience Academy.
That's right. Our reporter Jacob Brooks caught up with Kent students looking to enter the field of law enforcement. Hey, Jacob.
So have you ever wondered what it's like to be a police officer? Kent State Police are teaching just that. And last night I was at the first session of their Police Experience Academy they've had in years.
For the first time in years, the Kent State Police Experience Academy is back.
This is actually our first academy since COVID, so we're pretty excited.
It's a 5-week crash course on what it's like to be a police officer.
Just to kind of see from a police perspective some of the things that our officers have to go through and what they do on a day-to-day basis.
On the first night, Kent State police officers talked about their jobs and what it takes to become an officer. The goal isn't necessarily to recruit officers, but to have a conversation with the community.
We've had open conversations where a person coming through the academy said, you know, there's been times where they've been pulled over by police and they just don't feel safe or they're scared that something may happen.
Those conversations are something Star Solomon appreciates. She's a professor and researcher at Kent State.
It's nice to participate in this side of things, to see and learn things from an officer's perspective.
Participants had the chance to do a mock traffic stop, which they said was an interesting experience.
It's okay, I got you, sir. I got you. What's your badge number?
It's kind of surprising what you don't see while you're distracted by somebody else or something else is going on.
It was very weird being on the opposite end, considering I've been pulled over before.
They worked with an officer who guided them through the process.
He didn't say a whole lot. He probably figured, she's old, I'm not gonna try to improve her.
For 4 Thursday nights after spring break, this group will be back to keep learning about the life of an officer.
I want to be some type of a law enforcement, so I thought it'd be a great experience.
So it is too late to be a part of the academy this semester, but Sergeant Knowles said they'll be holding one in the fall semester too. You can reach out to her or the department for more information. I'm Jacob Brooks, TV2 News.
The father of teen who died in the 2018 Parkland, Florida shooting was arrested at the Capitol Thursday for disrupting a hearing on strengthening access to guns. Representative Pat Fallon first ordered the removal of the man's wife, Patricia Oliver, after accusing gun rights advocates of taking away her son, Hakeem. Hakeem Oliver was one of the 17 people who died as a result of the mass shooting at the Stoneman Douglas High School in 2018. He was just 17 years old.
Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds had signed a pair of laws restricting the bathrooms transgender students can use and banning gender-affirming medical care in the state. The new law bans transgender students from using the public school bathroom that aligns with their identity. Students will need parental consent for accommodations like using faculty bathrooms or single-occupancy restrooms.
And earlier today in Maryland, a tanker truck sparked a massive fire in Baltimore County just weeks after a deadly tanker sparked 50 miles away. The crash forced police officials to shut down I-97-5 from inner and outer ramps, according to the Highway Administration. Police say the driver of the tanker truck was taken to a nearby trauma facility with non-life-threatening injuries. No other cars were involved in the crash.
Minnesota regulators are closely watching a leak of 400,000 gallons of radioactive water from Xcel's Energy Monticello nuclear power plant that occurred last November. State officials said they waited to go public with the knowledge of the leak to get more information. The company said there is currently no danger to the public.
Although spring has sprung, the risk of illness is still prominent across the U.S.
For updates on all things health related, we turn to our correspondent, Anthony Fariga. Hey, Anthony.
Hi guys, yes, with lower autism diagnosis rates and concerns with UTIs linked to E. coli, my name is Anthony Fariga, and this is your health news. A new report released by the CDC has stated that the rate of children being diagnosed with autism has declined since February of 2020. This is because of the COVID-19 pandemic, with fewer children being evaluated by doctors. The rate of children being diagnosed has been increasing since the year 2000, but experts think that the delay in getting children services and support they need could have long-lasting effects. JAMA Internal Medicine published new research that states people who are vaccinated or take Paxlovid during a COVID-19 infection have a lower risk of developing long COVID. Long COVID is defined as new, returning, or ongoing health issues more than 4 weeks after an initial COVID infection. Statistics showed the drug lowered the risk of long COVID by 26% and lowered the risk of death by 47%. Experts hope that this study will help further research and prevention of long COVID since there is no specific treatment for the condition. And another study released suggests that E. coli from meat is responsible for more urinary tract infections than what was previously known. More than 500,000 UTIs in the U.S. each year are caused by E. coli that enters the body by eating contaminated meat and passing through the digestive system. This is worrisome for doctors as animals are routinely given antibiotics, and UTIs caused from E. coli in meat could lead to more antibiotic-resistant UTIs. And that's all the health news I have for you today. For updates on these stories and more, be sure to visit kentwire.com. For TV2 News, I'm Anthony Fariga.
Welcome back, everyone. Now here's a look at your tomorrow's forecast for for your Saturday. We will be dealing with some rain showers, but we will be dealing with some thunderstorms during your day on Saturday. We will be dealing with thunderstorms in the afternoon. There is a level 1 risk for severe weather. We are talking about the potential for some damaging winds, so that's the main concern. We're not expecting a major severe weather outbreak or anything like that, but we will be monitoring for the fact that there will be damaging winds. So tonight might be a good night to get those lawn chairs in, get anything loose that's outside tied down or put inside, because those things could blow around. We are expecting wind gusts potentially up to 50 miles per hour, and that's why the National Weather Service has issued a wind advisory from 12 p.m. Saturday till 8 o'clock Saturday Eastern Standard Time. So be aware of that as you are going out and about tomorrow. Be aware of those potential for the storms for sure. But then the storms will start to go away. Here's your 7-day outlook. For your Saturday, we will be dealing with some scattered thunderstorms, potentially windy weather for sure, but high of 64. But then towards your Sunday, we will be dealing with sunny skies, a high of 53, and then towards your Monday, a high of 46 with rain showers. And then that rain will turn to snow for your Tuesday, a high of 46. And then partly cloudy skies for your Wednesday, a high of 50. followed by rain showers towards your Thursday, 50, and Friday, a high of 55 degrees and rain showers. So it's going to be a bit of a eventful week for sure. And that's all I have. That about wraps up my Friday evening weather forecast. Be prepared for strong winds and the possibility of power outages tomorrow. Please make sure you charge your phones tonight so they'll be ready for you in case the power does go out in your area. Have a great, safe weekend, everybody. Back to you guys at the news desk.
Thanks, Odin. In Syria, the U.S. has launched a retaliatory airstrike after a deadly attack on U.S. personnel, hitting a group affiliated with Iran's Revolutionary Guard in eastern Syria. This response comes after an earlier drone attack yesterday targeting a facility used by U.S. personnel in northeastern Syria, killing a U.S. contractor and wounding 6 other Americans. At this time, the Pentagon and U.S. intelligence believe this drone was of Iranian origin.
UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak on Friday encouraged the de-escalation of tensions in the West Bank during a meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Protesters held Israeli and Palestinian flags outside of meetings where the prime ministers discussed proposed judicial reforms in Israel. Sunak urged protesters to de-escalate ahead of the upcoming religious holidays.
And protests continue to strike in France after the retirement age was increased through parliament without a vote. At least 80 people have been arrested and 123 police officers injured in France on Thursday. The first day of coordinated action since then. The government forced the bill through last week. Yesterday marked the 9th day of the strike since the bill was introduced in January.
A new marker has been unveiled in Kentucky. Find out who it is honoring and what the mural looks like.
And the Cavs are rolling again with the playoffs soon approaching. Stay tuned to see if they can pull it off against the Brooklyn Nets.
And now, your TV2 Sports Report.
We started off our sports news on the soccer pitch as soccer superstar Lionel Messi scored his 800th career goal.
That's right. The recently crowned World Cup champion became the second player ever behind Cristiano Ronaldo to score 800 career goals. The goal came off of a free kick in the 89th minute.
800 goals, that's freaking crazy. It's been quite a year for Messi.
Oh, absolutely. Now, I am not the biggest soccer fan, but I am a fan of Lionel Messi, and I know our sports anchor, Josh Aponte, he loves him too.
Yes, Josh. What do you think about this amazing milestone?
Yeah, that's right, guys. What an accomplishment for Messi, along with winning the World Cup just a couple months ago. But we got some other sports news, so let's get right into it. First up, we have some breaking Kent State athletics news. Director of Athletics Randall Richmond has announced that the field hockey team coach Kyle DeSantis Moyer has signed a contract extension through the 2026 season. DeSantis Moyer was named the 2019 MAC Coach of the Year and has gone 42-28 in her 4 seasons with the Golden Flashes. She has also led the Flashes to a 26-6 record against MAC opponents. And the Cleveland Browns continue some moves over the offseason. After signing Elijah Moore just days ago, the Browns also signed wide receiver Marquise Goodman to a 1-year deal. Goodwin's numbers last year with the Seahawks include catching 27 passes for 387 yards with 4 touchdowns. And the Cleveland Cavaliers were back in action last night with the battle in Brooklyn against the Nets. Let's take it right down to Barclays Center. Alrighty, so we are down here in Brooklyn. The Nets will get things started off here. Miles Bridges, he's going to hit that mid-range. He had a game high of 32 points and 6 rebounds. And Ricky Rubio, he's going to find Evan Mobley at the top for an alley-oop. Mobley finished with 26 and 16 rebounds. Spencer Dinwiddie, he will throw the ball to Darius Garland. And then Garland's going to find Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell with the and one bucket. And here come the Nets yet again. Spencer Dinwiddie, he's going to put that layup up and in for the Nets. That's going to make it a 4-point game. Mitchell in clutch time. Donovan Mitchell with a mid-range jumper. Donovan Mitchell at the free throw line to tie the game. He misses, but Mitchell, he gets his own rebound. It won't go. Jared Allen tries to tip it in. It won't go either. There's a free loose ball. Karis LeVert, he's got the ball, and he's going to find Isaac Okoro for the 3. Bang! Isaac Okoro ices the game for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They'll go on to win 116-114 in Brooklyn. What a game for the Cavs. And that's all the time I have for today. For more sports updates, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at TV2 KSU Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Josh Aponte. You've been you. We'll see you next time on TV2. Have a great evening.
And the Guinness Book of World Records declared one lucky Canadian musician the most popular musician in the world. Yesterday, a historical marker was revealed at the Richmond Library in Kentucky, honoring the Tuskegee Airmen, a group of nearly 1,000 black pilots, navigators, and bombardiers who served in the World War II. Photos of 6 airmen from Madison County were also recognized on a plaque in front of the mural of Frank D. Walker, a Tuskegee fighter pilot. In 2007, the 300 surviving Tuskegee Airmen were awarded the Congressional Gold Medal. Frank D. Walker passed away sadly at age 93 on May 1st, 2013.
He's a star boy. The Guinness Book of World Records has announced that The Weeknd is statistically the most popular musician on the planet. This conclusion was drawn from his popularity rating on Spotify. He has the most monthly listeners with 111.4 million as of March 20th. He also became the first artist to reach 100 million monthly listeners last month. My goodness, that is a big number. Are you guys fans of The Weeknd?
I am. I listen to some Weeknd in my playlist.
Well, what's your favorite song, Josh?
My favorite song? I gotta say Hurricane. Hurricane.
Yeah,
off
like
of
a fun
Donda.
song.
From Donda.
I gotta say Starboy.
Yes, that one's a
Starboy's
banger.
a fun one, right?
Absolutely. What about you, Odin? Are you a fan of The Weeknd?
To be honest, I hadn't really heard barely any of his music, but I'm sure it sounds great.
Well, you can join and be one of the 111.4 million listeners on Spotify.
Okay. That trend.
He had a phenomenal Super Bowl halftime show about.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Yes.
That was a really great show.
Yes.
And he just released a remix with Ariana Grande for all my Arianators.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
I love Ariana Grande. She's pretty
I'm
great.
with you, and I love Ariana too. Well, that's all we have time for you guys tonight.
Thank you for joining us.
For updates on these stories and more, please visit our website at kentwired.com.
And follow us on all of our social media at Kent Wired. I've been Josh Aponte.
I'm Odin Amador-Gorby.
I'm OIivia Sharp.
And I'm Gabby Jonas. Have a great night, Portage County.